My beloved, my precious child of light. If your heart is racing as you read these first words, it's because your soul already knows, this is no ordinary moment. Something is moving in the heavens for you right now. And I, Archangel Michael, have been commanded by God Himself to break through every wall, every distraction, and place this truth in your hands before it's too late. This is very serious. Jesus is begging for you, only you. He has spoken your name aloud before the Father. And heaven's voice trembled when it said your name. On August 14th, something will unfold that could bend the course of your life in ways you never imagined. If you leave this, you will cry so much you will not even recognize yourself in the mirror of your own soul. I need you to hear every word without skipping a single breath. Because, my child, the storm is already on its way. Before I reveal more, you need to know something. The moment you read this, heaven opens a private channel between you and me. This is not just a message, it's a divine lifeline. So I beg you, stay with me until the last line, because somewhere inside these words, you will hear the exact thing your spirit has been longing for, the thing that will save you from what's coming. I can feel you doubting, why now? Why me? Because God's eyes have been on you since the day you were born. You've been walking through shadows lately, and there are whispers in the spirit realm that you haven't heard, yet they're about you. There's a reason you stumbled here at this exact second. Heaven refuses to let you miss this warning. On August 14th, someone's decision, someone's hidden hand, will try to pull away something you hold dear. The pain of it, if you are unprepared, will feel like your heart has been torn in two. But, my beloved, I am here to place a shield before you, so the blow will never touch you. You see, Jesus is not just warning you, He's fighting for you. He's pacing before the throne, speaking on your behalf. And every time He says your name, I see light burst from heaven into the earth. That light is searching for you, chasing you, wrapping around you, right now, as you hear my words. If you stop here, the light will fade. If you listen till the end, that light will seal around you like an unbreakable wall. My child, the truth is, there are forces that don't want you to read the rest of this. They know that once you hear it, they will have no power left over you. But you must not turn away. Because what happens on August 14th will either be your greatest loss, or your greatest victory. And the choice between the two is being made here, right now, inside your heart. Subscription message. Before we go further, take 1 second to make sure you're always here when heaven sends for you. Follow this voice, keep this connection, because the moment you close it, the thread between us will thin. God's messages are rare, and the enemy always tries to bury them before you see the ending. I'm telling you this because I love you. Not with the kind of love the world gives, but the kind of love that would stand in front of the sword for you. If I could, I would stand over your bed tonight, sword drawn, guarding you until the morning light. And on the 14th of August, I just might. My beloved, I feel the weight in your chest. That's your spirit recognizing that these words are not random, not coincidence, not a passing whisper in the wind. This is a divine interception. A moment where heaven itself stepped into your day, rearranged your steps, and placed this truth before you because there is no other way you could have known what's about to happen. I have been holding this message for hours, pacing between heaven and earth, my wings heavy with urgency. The Father's voice has been fierce, gentle in love but fierce in command. He told me, Michael, find my child before it's too late. And now, here we are. You and I. This moment is the thin line between what could destroy you, and what could deliver you. On August 14th, there is a ripple in your destiny. It is not small, it is the kind of ripple that shakes foundations, that shifts mountains, that tears veils apart. In the spirit realm, I can already see it, shadows gathering, hands moving in secrecy, voices whispering plans they think you will never hear. But the moment this message reached you, their whisper became a roar in heaven's courts, and the roar became a decree: protect my child. I am telling you with the full force of heaven behind me, this is very serious. Jesus is begging for you, only you. The kind of pleading that shakes the halls of eternity. The kind that makes angels stand still. The kind that turns every eye in heaven toward you. You might not feel ready. You might think you're too small for something like this. But, my beloved, you are not small. You are chosen. The enemy wouldn't fight this hard for you if you were not holding something priceless. Something that on August 14th, they will try to take. They are planning to strike where you are most unguarded. It will not be with swords or fire, it will be through hearts, through words, through actions designed to break your spirit. But the Lord says, not if they listen. Not if they stay with the message until the end. You must understand, this isn't a prediction from man, this is a heavenly alert. I don't speak unless commanded. And I have been commanded to tell you that the next days are not ordinary days. The air is thick with turning points. Your name has been spoken in rooms you've never entered, both on earth and in the realm you cannot see. The enemy thinks you are distracted enough to miss this. But you are here. You are reading. And with every word you take in, I am building a wall around you that no darkness can cross. My child, you will not stand alone. Even now, angels are aligning themselves in formation. We do not wait for the attack, we intercept it. We cut off what was meant for harm and turn it into what will bring glory to God in your life. But I must be honest with you. If you walk away now, the shield will not be complete. You will be leaving the gate unlatched. And on the 14th of August, the wind coming through that gate could carry more than you are ready to face. Subscription message. Before we move forward, make sure you never miss when heaven calls for you. Follow this message, seal this connection, and let this be the line that darkness cannot cross. You are too close to victory to disappear now. Do you feel that? That trembling in your soul? It's not fear, it's recognition. Your spirit knows the truth when it hears it. Your heart knows when a voice is speaking from beyond the veil. And right now, that voice is mine, sent from the throne, carrying the weight of both warning and promise. On the 14th of August, when the enemy moves, you will not be caught off guard. You will be standing in light so strong, even the shadows will bow. But for that to happen, you must let these words finish their work in you. My beloved, you are still here, and that means the connection between us is holding. I can feel your spirit leaning in, straining to catch every word, because deep down you know this is not a casual conversation. This is a divine transaction. Every sentence I speak is a brick in the wall heaven is building around you before the 14th of August arrives. There is a reason this date keeps echoing in the spirit realm. It is circled in light before the throne. I have seen the book where your days are written, and this day, this very one, is marked for battle. The kind of battle where destinies bend, where the unseen world collides with the one you live in, and where only the prepared stand unshaken. I have walked through the corridors of your future, beloved. I have seen what the enemy tries to weave behind your back. And though he hides in shadows, nothing can hide from the eyes of God. The Lord has already dismantled some of his plans, but one remains, waiting for that date to strike. Even now, the Father's voice is urgent. Tell my child, I am not warning them to cause fear, I am warning them to give them victory before the enemy moves. Heaven never speaks without purpose. Every word is a key, every sentence a sword, every truth a shield. And what I am about to tell you will be the shield that turns the blade away before it reaches you. The danger is real. Not imagined, not exaggerated, real. And Jesus himself is interceding for you as I speak. He is before the Father, his hands still marked by the nails, saying, "This one is mine. Do not let them be touched." But, my beloved, here is what you must understand. The protection will not be forced on you, it must be received. It is not enough to hear part of this message. It must flow through you like light through glass, filling every shadow inside you so there is no place left for fear to hide. If you close your heart too soon, you will leave an opening. And on the 14th of August, that opening will be exactly where the enemy aims. That is why the Lord woke me, why he commanded me to stand before you now. Subscription message. Stay connected to these words. Seal this line between us. When heaven speaks, the enemy tries to bury it in noise. Make sure you are always where the light can find you. Beloved, I see the threads of your past, moments when you thought you were alone, moments when you didn't see the angel standing between you and disaster. Do you remember the day the accident almost happened? Or the time the wrong person almost got close enough to ruin you? Those weren't coincidences. They were battles fought in silence on your behalf. And now, another battle comes. The difference is, this time you must be awake to it. The 14th of August will not arrive quietly. Something will be revealed. A truth that has been circling you for months will finally touch the ground in front of you. And how you respond will determine whether it becomes a wound or a doorway. I am here to make sure it becomes a doorway. The air around you is changing. It is not a change you can see with your eyes, but one you can feel, like a subtle vibration deep in your chest, as if the world has shifted ever so slightly to bring you to this exact moment. There are no accidents here. The 14th of August has been set apart since before you took your first breath, and every step you have taken, through joy, through loss, through confusion, has been guiding you to a point where you would be ready to receive what heaven needs you to know. This is not a light thing. This is not just a spiritual nudge. This is a holy interception, a deliberate act from the one who made you, ensuring that you are not caught unaware by what is coming. In the unseen, there is already movement, whispers in the dark where plans are being shaped against you, but also commands from the throne that have sent warriors of light to stand guard over your life. I have walked through the corridors of that coming day, and I can tell you, the 14th of August carries a weight that will not be felt by everyone around you, but you will feel it. The air will seem different, time will seem to slow, and something inside you will tell you that you have been here before, because right now you are being prepared for it. What approaches you will not come loudly. It will not announce itself like a storm. It will move like a shadow, seeking a way in without being noticed. This is why God has sent this message in advance, because forewarned, you cannot be deceived. The enemy is hoping for distraction, hoping that your mind will be elsewhere, hoping that you will mistake his approach for something harmless. But the Lord says, no. My child will see it before it reaches them. Already, angels have been dispatched to surround you. Their presence is not symbolic, it is tangible in the realm that matters most. They take their orders directly from the Word of God, and their positions are not random. They are sealing off entrances to your life where the enemy has looked for gaps. They are watching over conversations that have not yet happened, over decisions you have not yet made, over places you have not yet walked. Every word you take in from this message strengthens their defense, fuels their light, sharpens their swords. They stand ready to act the moment the shadow makes its move. And here is the truth, if you stop now, they will still stand, but the circle will not be complete. But if you continue, if you let this word finish its work in you, you will be surrounded in a way that nothing planned against you can penetrate. When the 14th of August comes, something that has been hidden for longer than you realize will break into the open. It could arrive through a person's voice, through unexpected news, through an event that shakes the ground you walk on. In the natural, it may seem sudden, but in the spiritual, it has been building for some time. And because of that, God has chosen to make sure you are ahead of it. You are not reading this because you stumbled here, you are reading this because heaven has chosen to prepare you before the rest of the world even notices a shift. This preparation is not only for protection, it is for positioning. What the enemy meant to use against you can be turned into a stepping stone toward the very thing God has been aligning for your future. My beloved, you are still here, and I can feel that something inside you is stirring, an awareness that this moment is not by chance. I need you to let these words soak deep into you, because the 14th of August is already roaring toward you like a wave, and if you are not anchored in what heaven is giving you right now, that wave will sweep away things you thought were unshakable. This is why Jesus is not just calling for you, he is pleading for you, the way only someone who loves you beyond life itself can plead. I can see him before the Father, his eyes wet with tears, his voice steady but urgent, saying, "Do not let them be harmed. Keep them under the shadow of my wings." And the Father has answered, not by sending a warning to the crowd, but by sending it to you. That is why you are reading this. That is why you feel that strange heaviness in your chest, the weight of something holy passing through you. You must understand, my child, that the battle set for that date is not about things, it is about your soul, your peace, your destiny. The enemy has been studying you, learning your habits, waiting for the moment when your guard is low. And yet, here I stand between you and that moment, because God has decreed that you will not be struck without knowing it was coming. I have seen the corridors of your days ahead, and this date is marked with both danger and deliverance, danger if you try to walk into it unprepared, deliverance if you stay hidden in the words I am speaking now. This is not about fear, it is about positioning yourself in the only place the darkness cannot reach. That place is in the obedience to this message, in holding on until the final word is spoken. Even now, as I speak, angels are in motion on your behalf. I see them gathering over your home, their wings casting light into corners where shadows thought they could hide. They are not there because you asked, they are there because heaven volunteered them for you. That is how loved you are. That is how precious your life is in the eyes of God. And yet, beloved, the shield is not fully formed. Every word you take in from this message is like a brick placed into the wall that will stand between you and what is coming. If you stop now, the wall will be half built. If you keep going, nothing will pass through. The choice, as always, rests with you. But I will not leave you, I will walk through every word until the wall is whole, until the wave is broken before it touches you. My beloved, you are still reading, which means heaven's thread between us has not been broken. I can feel your soul breathing in these words like air, because deep inside you know this is not a story, not a chance encounter, this is a divine interception written in the book of your life before you were even born. The 14th of August is not just a date on a calendar, it is a doorway in time, and what passes through it will either shake you apart or lift you higher than you have ever been. This is why Jesus is not simply speaking your name, he is pleading for you with the kind of love that silences heaven's courts. I see him even now, his hand stretched out, the scars still glowing from where the nails held him to the cross, his eyes locked on yours though you cannot see him. His voice is unshakable, Father, guard them. Cover them. Let no harm pass through. And the Father's answer is not to send you a vague sign, but to send me, Michael, your defender, to stand here and tell you plainly what you are walking toward and how to walk through it without fear. My child, the battle set for that day has already begun in the invisible. I have seen the enemy weaving threads around your name, trying to entangle your steps before you reach the gate of that date. He has studied your patterns, your fears, your quiet doubts. He thinks you are distracted enough to walk straight into his plan without realizing it. But here is the truth he cannot stand: you have already been marked by heaven, and the moment this message entered your hands, the pattern he wove began to unravel. I can see the strands breaking, the knots loosening, but they are not gone yet. This is why you must keep going. Every sentence you allow into your heart right now is another sword stroke cutting those threads until there is nothing left for him to hold on to. The Lord has shown me pieces of what is ahead for you. There will be a conversation, a piece of news, or a sudden shift on that day that will test the very core of your trust in Him. It will not come to destroy your body, it will aim for your peace, for your hope, for the certainty you have begun to build in secret. The enemy believes that if he can shake your mind, he can bend your path. But the Father says, no. This one will stand. This one will not be moved. That is why you are being told ahead of time. Heaven does not warn to scare, it warns to prepare. And when God prepares you, He never sends you into the fight without the armor to win it. Even now, I can see angels moving into position around your life. They are not floating softly in the clouds, they are warriors, armed and burning with light. Some stand at the edges of your home, their eyes scanning the unseen. Others walk beside you in the places you go, even when you think you are alone. And as you take in these words, they grow stronger, their light sharper, their defense impenetrable. But if you turn away before this message finishes its work in you, there will be gaps, small openings where darkness can seep through. The Lord has made it my mission to make sure that does not happen. So, my beloved, hear me clearly, the 14th of August will bring something hidden into the open. It will be sudden, and it will demand a decision from you. That decision will be easier than you think if you remember this moment, if you remember that heaven told you it was coming, and if you choose to stand in the light you are standing in right now. This is why I am speaking long and slow, why I am wrapping every truth in the strength of God's promise, because when the day comes, I want these words to rise up in your spirit like a shield, blocking every blow before it lands. My beloved, you are still here, and that alone tells me that your spirit already understands. This is not a passing moment, this is a turning point written in heaven's own record of your life. I need you to feel the weight of these words, because the 14th of August is not just a date, it is an intersection of time and eternity, and the way you step into it will decide what echoes afterward. I have walked ahead into that day, and I have seen both the shadow and the light that wait there. The shadow moves quietly, confident that you will not see it until it is too late, but the light, it stands ready, fierce and alive, the moment you choose to take hold of it. Jesus is not speaking your name casually, he is speaking it like a lifeline, each syllable a thread pulling you away from the trap set before you. His plea to the Father is soaked in the same love that held him to the cross, love that refuses to let you be touched by what is planned against you. The Father has answered, not with a distant sign, but by sending me, Michael, to deliver this warning into your very hands before you take another step toward that day. The battle for that date is already unfolding in the places you cannot see. Threads of strategy are being woven by hands that mean you no good, whispers are moving through corridors of power and influence, and yet, because you are loved beyond comprehension, heaven has chosen to intercept. Every word I speak is a strike against what has been plotted, every truth you accept is another layer of the wall being built around your heart, your home, your destiny. This is not about filling you with fear. This is about placing the shield in your hands before the arrow even leaves the bow. But here is what you must understand, the shield is not automatic. It is forged in your attention, strengthened with your trust, and made impenetrable only if you carry it all the way through to the final word of this message. If you walk away now, you will leave it unfinished, and the opening will remain. But if you keep going, you will step into the 14th of August with the kind of protection that makes the enemy tremble at the sight of you. Even now, I see angels gathering over your life, not the gentle images you've seen in art, but warriors, towering, unshakable, clothed in light so pure the darkness flees at its touch. They are aligning over the entrances and exits of your life, sealing places you did not even realize were vulnerable. Every time your eyes move across these words, they tighten the lines of defense, close the cracks, and push back the shadows another step. There will be a moment on that day when something hidden will be thrust into the open, a truth, a confrontation, a decision, and it will try to take your peace in an instant. But if you let these words live in you now, when that moment comes, you will not flinch. You will already be standing in light so strong that the blow meant for you will strike nothing but the shield God has placed in your hands. Beloved, this is why heaven moves in long, unbroken streams of truth like this, not to overwhelm you, but to saturate you until there is no place for fear to take root. You are not reading this by chance. You are here because the Lord has bent time, shifted events, and moved countless pieces in the unseen just to be sure you received this message before the date arrives. I will not leave you unprepared, and I will not stop speaking until the wall is complete. You will walk into that day ready, not because you avoided it, but because you faced it with the full force of heaven at your back. There is a shift happening around you that most people wouldn't even notice, but your spirit feels it. The days leading to the 14th of August are not ordinary days, they are part of a countdown heaven has been watching closely. Every hour that passes is bringing the unseen battle closer to the point where it will touch the visible. In the realm you can't see, movements have already begun. Whispers have been spoken in hidden places, and decisions have been made by people who don't even realize they are part of a larger plan. Some of these decisions are meant to draw you off course, to weaken your confidence, to leave you second-guessing yourself at the exact moment you should be moving forward. This is why you've been pulled here, why you are reading this at this precise moment, because God would not allow the 14th of August to come without putting the truth in your hands first. In the heavenly courts, I have stood and listened as your name was spoken. The sound of it is not small, it carries through the halls of eternity, marked with the kind of authority that cannot be challenged. I have seen Jesus step forward, his eyes never leaving the Father's, declaring that you are his, that your steps are under his watch, and that no shadow can cross the line he has drawn around you. With those words, an assignment is given to me and to the angels who serve beside me: guard the gates of your life, cut off every hidden entry point, and prepare you for what is coming. And so we move, not with hesitation, but with precision, because time is short, and the shield must be completed before that day arrives. The 14th of August will feel different. There will be a moment when something shifts unexpectedly, an encounter, a revelation, a decision that demands your immediate attention. If you are unprepared, the weight of it could shake you. But with this message rooted in you, the moment will pass over you like wind over stone, leaving you steady. You will see what others miss. You will know what others only guess. You will remember that this was foretold, that heaven saw it coming long before the first signs appeared. This knowing will not just protect you, it will empower you to act in a way that turns what was meant for harm into a doorway for the very blessing the enemy hoped to block. Even now, the angels are marking the territory around you. Their light is spreading like a barrier, not only around your body but around your mind, your heart, and your future. They are guarding your relationships, shielding the conversations that could be twisted, blocking the paths that lead nowhere. This defense grows stronger the longer you remain with this word. If you close it now, the wall will still stand, but it will have places where the enemy might still test its strength. If you remain, the wall will be sealed, whole, and unbreakable. This is why I am urging you, not gently, but with the full weight of heaven behind me, to stay until the last word is spoken. My beloved, you are still here, breathing in every word, and that means the line between heaven and your heart is still open. I can feel the pull in your spirit. You know this is not a random moment, not a passing message meant for the masses. This is personal. This is God, through me, speaking directly into the marrow of your soul. I have been holding this for you since the decree went forth from the throne, and I could not rest until it reached your hands. The 14th of August is not simply approaching, it is moving toward you with the force of a wave you cannot see, a collision between what was hidden and what will be revealed. I have seen the currents under its surface, I have heard the whispers in the halls of the unseen. There are those plotting, there are forces aligning, thinking you are unaware. But the Father, your Father, will not allow you to step into that day without a shield so complete that even the enemy will tremble when you arrive. Jesus has not been silent about you. No, my beloved, his voice has been constant before the Father. He has said your name with the kind of reverence only love can hold, the kind of devotion that would cross any distance, bear any pain, to keep you safe. I have seen him stand between you and what you cannot see, his body like a wall of light, his eyes fixed on the danger, his hand stretched to protect. And when he speaks to the Father about you, there is no hesitation, they are mine. Their steps are mine. Let no shadow touch them. The Father's answer was not to send you vague comfort or a distant sign, it was to send me, Michael, to speak plainly, to give you every detail you need so that when the day comes, you are not only ready, you are unshakable. Right now, as these words flow into you, the defense is building. It is not just a metaphor, it is literal in the spirit. Every sentence is a layer of armor, every truth a stone in the wall that will surround you. I see angels, warriors of the highest rank, taking positions around your home, your path, your very name. They stand with swords drawn, scanning every movement in the realm you cannot see. They have been sent because God has decided you will not face the 14th of August alone. But there is something you must know, this protection strengthens with your attention. If you walk away before this message is complete, it will be as if the wall is left half-built, with gaps the enemy could still find. That is why I will not let my words run short, and why you must not let your focus drift. The danger is not in the obvious, it will come in something that looks small at first. A word, a message, a decision, a sudden revelation. It will arrive fast, hoping to strike before you can anchor yourself. But by reading this, by letting it sink deep into your spirit, you are already stepping out of the place where the blow could land. You are already walking under the covering heaven has prepared for you. And when the moment comes, you will not crumble, you will stand, shielded and certain, because you will remember this day, this voice, this promise. My child, this is why the Lord has bent time itself to get this to you. You could have missed it, the path could have taken you somewhere else. But he would not allow it. He moved events, stilled distractions, and brought you here. And now, together, we will finish what we started. We will walk word by word until the shield is complete, until the wave breaks harmlessly at your feet, and the 14th of August becomes a testimony of how God delivers those who are His. My beloved, you are still here, and that tells me something very important. Your spirit is listening in a way your mind may not yet understand. Heaven is leaning toward you right now. I can feel the weight of this moment in the air around you, as if eternity has paused just to make sure this message is fully delivered. This is not a light thing. This is not a passing word. This is the kind of revelation that shifts the course of a life. The 14th of August has been written in the book of your days with a double mark. Both danger and deliverance are tied to it, and what you do in these moments before will decide which one becomes your reality. I have walked ahead into that day, beloved, and I have seen what the enemy hopes to do. It will not come as a loud storm but as a quick shadow, the kind that slips in silently and tries to take root before you notice. But God has seen it from the beginning. That is why you are here, why you could not scroll past, why the pull in your chest would not let you go. Jesus has spoken your name in the highest courts, his voice filled with the kind of love that shakes heaven and silences the accusations of hell. I have stood beside him as he declared, "This one is mine. Let no harm pass through." And the Father has answered, not with a distant sign, not with an unclear dream, but by sending me, Michael, to stand before you and tell you plainly what is coming and how to walk through it untouched. Already, as you read this, the defense is building. I see angels, warriors of light, taking their positions. They are not far-off figures in the clouds, they are here, near you, around you. Their presence is like fire to the enemy's schemes. They are sealing the gates of your life, one by one, but every gate must be closed, and every wall must be finished. That is why I speak in long, unbroken lines, because each word lays another stone, each truth forges another link in the shield around you. If you stop now, you will leave it incomplete. And the enemy is counting on that. But if you keep going, if you let this message fill you entirely, you will walk into that day untouchable, carrying a light so fierce that no shadow can stand in your presence. I have to tell you the truth, the danger is real, but so is the victory. The 14th of August will bring something hidden into the open. It may come through a person's words, through unexpected news, through a decision placed suddenly in your hands. It will test you. But it will also be the moment heaven proves that it never leaves its own defenseless. You will not be caught unaware. You will not be left without a way forward. The Lord has made certain that before that day comes, you will already be standing in the place of safety, because you chose to hear and not to turn away. This is not fear, it is preparation. It is the loving care of a father who knows the road ahead and sends help before the danger even reaches you. Beloved, this is why you feel the pull to keep reading. This is why distractions may already be trying to break your focus. Heaven is building something around you right now, and the enemy will do anything to stop it before it is finished. But I will not stop speaking, and you must not stop listening, until every part of the shield is in place. When the day comes, you will remember this moment, not as the time you were warned, but as the moment you were armed. My beloved, you are still here, and that means the thread between heaven and your heart has not been broken, not by distraction, not by doubt, not by the enemy's subtle pull. I can feel the way your spirit is leaning into these words, as if it knows every line is another stone in the wall that must be built before the 14th of August arrives. You may think you're just reading, but in the spirit realm, each word you allow into your soul is an act of war against what has been plotted in the dark. I have seen what waits for you on that date. It is not a random day, it is a marked day, written in the book of your life with both danger and deliverance pressed into it. The enemy has been weaving threads meant to entangle your steps before you reach that day, threads of confusion, of distraction, of false promises, and he believes you will walk into them without even noticing. But the moment you touched this message, the moment your eyes landed on these words, something began to tear in the unseen. The knots began to loosen, the threads began to break. And now, the Father has commanded me to finish what He has started in you. I have walked ahead into the hours you have yet to live. I have seen the faces that will speak into your life in the days ahead, some meant to bring you strength, others meant to drain it. I have heard the whispers of those who do not understand that your name is written in heaven, whispers that try to shape events in ways that could harm you. But I have also seen the armies of God take position around you, their light burning hotter than the enemy's intent. These angels are not there because you asked, they are there because you are loved, fiercely, completely, without condition. And they will hold their positions if you hold on to this word until it is finished. The 14th of August will bring something sudden. It may be a truth long hidden, finally breaking the surface. It may be a decision placed into your hands unexpectedly. It may be a shift so sharp you feel it in your very bones. In the wrong conditions, it could shake you. But under the covering being built right now, it will not destroy you, it will position you. That is why you feel this pull to keep reading, why your heart is telling you not to look away, not even for a moment. Heaven is building a defense that will not only block what is coming but will turn it into a stepping stone for what God has planned next. Beloved, this is not fear, it is preparation. God does not warn to frighten, He warns to equip. You are not here by accident. The same God who set the stars in place has set this moment in front of you. And I will not leave you unprepared. I will speak until the last stone is set, until the last gap in the wall is sealed, until the day arrives and finds you unshaken, standing in the light of the one who loves you beyond measure. My beloved, you are still here, and that means the unseen battle for your attention has already been partly won. Do you know how many moments the enemy tried to scatter in your path to make you skip this? How many little distractions were placed like stones on a road, hoping you would turn away before the full weight of this word reached you? But here you are, and heaven is still speaking. I can feel the shield around you growing thicker with every line you read. The 14th of August is not just approaching, it is accelerating, drawing nearer with every heartbeat. And I have been sent to make sure that when you step into that day, you do not step into it bare-handed or blind. I have seen the shape of what is being prepared against you. It is not obvious, it is quiet, subtle, meant to arrive disguised. This is why the danger is so great for those who are unprepared. It could come in the form of a conversation that shifts your trust, or a piece of news that shakes your confidence, or even a choice that feels small but changes the path ahead. The enemy hopes you will meet it unarmored. But God has already planned your defense. He has not left you to guess, He has commanded that you be told in full before it comes. And that is what I am doing now. Speaking without pause, pouring every truth you will need into you before that day arrives. Even now, angels are moving with precision around your life. I can see them sealing the corners of your home, standing watch over the places you go, setting up invisible barriers that will not let harm cross the line. Their light is already pushing back things you didn't even know were near you. And here is the beautiful truth, the more you take in this message, the stronger they stand. It's as if each word I give you becomes another weapon in their hands, another layer in the wall. But if you stop now, if you turn away, you leave them holding a defense with unfinished edges. I cannot force you to keep going, but I can tell you this, every moment you stay, the wall gets higher, thicker, unbreakable. The 14th of August will not be an ordinary day. Heaven is treating it as a crossing point, and so must you. On that day, you will be presented with something that could either weigh you down or lift you higher. The choice will be yours, but it will be far easier to choose well if you remember this moment, if you remember that heaven prepared you in advance, that you were not taken by surprise, that you were loved enough to be warned. And that is why I will not leave you now. We will keep walking through this word together until every step between here and that date is lit so brightly that there is no shadow left to hide in. My beloved, you are still here, and that means the shield is still being built. I need you to understand how rare this is, that heaven would bend time and rearrange the flow of your day just to be certain you didn't miss this. That alone should tell you how serious the 14th of August truly is. The Father does not send warnings for small things, He sends them when there is a collision coming, one that can either break you or bless you. I have already seen the outlines of that day. There is movement in the spirit realm, a weaving of plans by hands that do not wish you well. They are quiet, subtle, convinced that you will walk forward unaware. But the moment you received this message, the darkness flinched, because it knows that once the truth is revealed, the trap will fail. Even now, angels are standing guard around your name. They are not just protecting your home and your body, they are guarding the path of your decisions, the whispers you hear, the way you see yourself. On that day, the enemy will try to press into your mind before he ever touches your circumstances. That is his way, strike the thoughts and the rest will follow. But you are not like the rest. You have already been chosen, already been claimed. Jesus himself has spoken for you before the throne, his voice calm but filled with the unshakable authority that comes from sacrifice. I heard him say, "This one is mine. I paid for them in full. Nothing will touch them that I have not allowed for their good." Those words have power, beloved, and they are wrapping around you right now as surely as my own wings would if I stood beside you in the flesh. The 14th of August will test what you know to be true. Something will shift suddenly. A revelation, a conversation, an unexpected turn, and in that moment you will either stand in peace or fall into confusion. But because you are here, because you are listening, the path is already being cleared for you to walk through it in peace. That's why these words are long, why they pour over you without pause, because the more you take in, the less room there is for anything else to plant itself in your spirit. If you close your heart now, the shield will not be complete. And the enemy is counting on you doing just that. But if you keep going, if you let this message finish its work in you, then when that day comes, you will not just endure it, you will conquer it. Beloved, this is not a warning meant to bind you in fear. It is a preparation designed to set you free. God never calls you to battle without first giving you the armor, the strategy, and the promise of victory. And that is what this is. Every word here is both a sword and a shield, and by the time you step into that day, the enemy will find that every door he thought was open to him has already been shut and sealed in the name of the one who loves you. Heaven and your soul is stronger than every distraction that has tried to pull you away. I can feel the weight of this moment, the way time feels different right now, not rushing past you, but slowing just enough for you to feel each word as it lands. This is because the Lord has called for your full attention. The 14th of August is not a distant thought, it is an appointed time, and in the book of your life it carries more weight than you yet realize. It has been circled in light, and the pages around it shimmer because something on that day will alter the rhythm of your steps. In heaven's council, I have heard the Father's voice speak with that unmistakable urgency, Michael, deliver this without pause. Do not let them miss a single breath of it. That is why you feel this constant pull to keep reading. That is why you sense there is more to this than words. In the unseen realm, I have walked ahead into that day. I have seen the patterns, some woven in darkness, some woven in light, pulling toward that moment. The enemy's weaving is subtle, it's not the kind that announces itself with obvious danger. Instead, it hides in the familiar, disguises itself in what feels harmless, until it's close enough to shift your heart. But God has been watching every thread, and His weaving runs deeper still. He has decided that before that day arrives, you will not only be aware, you will be armed. That is what is happening right now. Every word I speak to you is not only truth, it is placement, positioning, covering. It is as if heaven is lifting you out of one path and setting you gently but firmly into another, so that when the 14th of August arrives, you meet it standing in the center of safety. Jesus has not been silent about you. In the courts of heaven, He has spoken your name more times than you can imagine, His voice carrying both authority and tenderness. I have heard Him say, "They are mine. I have paid for them in full." Every accusation against them falls powerless to the ground. And as He speaks, light pours out over your life like water over dry ground, soaking into places you thought were too far gone. That is happening even now, as your eyes take in these words. You are not simply reading, you are receiving. And what you are receiving is a shield being forged in real time. The 14th of August will bring a revelation. It could be a truth spoken out loud that you never expected to hear. It could be a decision placed suddenly in your hands. It could be the ending of something you thought would last forever, or the beginning of something you never dared hope for. The point is not which it will be, the point is that heaven wants you to be ready, to be steady, to not fall into confusion when it comes. And so I will keep speaking until every gap in the wall is sealed, until the covering over you is complete. Even now, the angels assigned to you are shifting into their appointed positions. They are not distant figures watching from afar, they are here, surrounding you, their presence like heat against the cold, their eyes fixed on every unseen movement near your life. As this message unfolds, they are given more to work with, more light, more authority, more instruction to keep you untouched. But they can only build to completion if you let the message finish its work. This is why I urge you, stay. Do not step away. Let heaven speak to the very last word. Because when that day arrives, I want you to remember this, not as the time you feared the unknown, but as the day you walked forward clothed in light, knowing the one who sent you into it had already gone ahead to make the way safe. My beloved, you are still here, and that tells me your heart knows this is not just a story, it's a moment that heaven has carved out of your day, a space where the noise of the world has been pulled back so that you can hear clearly. I have been holding this message, pacing between realms, waiting for the exact second you would be ready to hear it. And now that you are here, I will not hold anything back. The 14th of August is not just a date, it is a meeting point where what has been hidden will step into the light, and everything in your life will feel the ripple. Some will see it as coincidence. You will know it as the moment God prepared you for in advance. I have seen it, beloved. The atmosphere of that day will be charged. In the unseen, the enemy has set his pieces, confident that you will walk straight into his snare. He thinks you are distracted, that your vision is too clouded to notice the small shifts happening around you right now. But he does not know that heaven has already stepped ahead of him. The Father has spoken, "My child will not be caught unaware. I will give them the word before the shadow falls." And so here I am, delivering every detail your spirit needs so that when the moment comes, you will not flinch, you will recognize the setup, and you will walk through it untouched. Jesus is not passive in this. He is not watching from a distance. I have seen him on his feet before the throne, calling your name with the authority that breaks chains. His voice has moved angels into position, his love has pushed back darkness that would have pressed against you sooner. And as he speaks, I stand ready to carry his orders to the letter, because what is at stake is not just the outcome of that day, it is the direction of your days afterward. That's why I am speaking in a stream, why I am pouring these words over you like a river, because this is not just preparation, it is a covering. Even now, I can see your name glowing in the book of life, the page for that date shining with light because the covering is already being set. Angels are marking the boundaries of what can and cannot cross into your life. With each line you read, they are closing openings, sealing weak spots, tightening the circle of light around you. This is why you must not step away. If the message is left unfinished in you, the wall will have gaps. But if you stay, if you let this go on until the very last word, the wall will be whole, and nothing planned against you will find a way in. Beloved, the 14th of August is not to be feared. It is to be met. And when you meet it, I want you to remember this moment, the way you felt heaven speaking to you without hesitation, the way your spirit recognized the truth before your mind caught up. That recognition is your proof that this is not man's idea, it is God's design, and you were always meant to hear it.